Was a fucking stuttering, Jesus. What's your dread news is demonic dragon god here with another episode of Doki Doki Wisher Club episode 11. And you're probably wondering, why the fuck was episode 10 very short? Well, let me tell you this. And why I didn't put an outro. My recording ad decided to, hey, fuck you, pop up an ad. So I have to, delete the ad app so I don't have to get that fucking shit again while recording this stuff. Because here's the funny part. It doesn't do that shit when I use the app on games on the tablet. No, let's see. Turn this shit. Turn the mouse on. There we go. Mouse is on. Pop a Coke. That's why it's probably gonna be Diet Coke, to be honest, because, I'm on a diet. Why not? Like, I can still eat a lot of things. I just can't eat that much of said things. To be honest, that was bound to happen. Hold on. You guys even... Okay, there you go. That's not it. That's not... Inside the Yuri was away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Ho Dragon, what kinds of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a forging world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes, that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep physiological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? AKA, like, all the game designers out there creating their very own game, story, everything. Oh, plus also, I seen a teaser trailer number 2 of The Last of Us Part 2. To also, the thing that I hate, what people were talking about it, like how it's sexist and all, because mostly the female people are getting tortured, but wasn't a female character in that was ordering two guys to torture them. That's fucked up in my opinion. And not forget, it is in a post-apocalypse world, like a zombie apocalypse. But yeah, you get the point. Hopefully you do. I don't know. To be honest though, in gaming, there's nothing bad about that, to be honest. Unless people are being idiots and try to do that kind of thing in real life, then that's a big no. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp if I can relate at minimum level. That's right, Yuri might as well behave in you have a conversation like Rock. I expected that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. No, it is. Is that so? Really, if his story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Well, what's that? Well, Natsuki eyes dart over to me for a few quick bits. I guess never mind. That's right, you usually write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It was like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poem? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Uh, Not a very confident writer yet. Understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your fallibilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. AKA like how one anime designer that probably made anime, aka yeah, he made Neon Genesis Evangelion that technically showed the worst that he had. Well, shows how the main character has a lot of shit happening to him and all at a very young age too. So you think like to also that one, I think it's based on his emotions. I think it's been a long time since I really watched a lot of anime by now. I've been planning on trying to get back into it a bit more. Right, try to find another anime series to watch and all. But we'll see about that one. Do you have writers? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yeah, Yuri is very shy. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I'll sit in silence for a moment. No, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri would quizzly at Monoka. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. Um, uh, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for us to precipitate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Hulk Dragon? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? I think we reached the most important topic. I finally came forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Okay, well, besides what my sister is having fun with Sadie. But in this situation, it's truly the hardest thing to go through. Because you feel like I do not want to hurt their feelings, but if it's something I don't want to do, I don't want to do and all. Or is this something that could always happen to someone, even me? Well, that never once happened to me except for Benja or Soprano over 31 trying to get me back into Tech Crew again and go to a fucking role playing game type thing. Brack where you can write your own story and join the group and all. I think it's a fucking board game. Yeah, I think it is a board game. I don't know. It's like an RPG type of game. But yeah. Those two things I would never do again. Tech Crew depends how I feel about that. Because yeah, is it pain in the ass to deal with and all, plus also it's hard when you barely have a lot of friends in there now. Is what it's doing. I think he got kicked out of Tech Crew permanently. Mac is in there by herself. I don't know if Emma's still in there though. I don't know. Who fucking cares? There's Sadie. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, old dragon. Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been really... Oh my god. It's bad enough I know what that song is that they just played. I hope to God you don't hear that damn thing stuff. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So 14 points is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I decided then. I will join the leadership club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Hell Dragon? Yeah. It could be fun. You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all of this, I would be super pissed. Oh, Dragon, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monka was over to me once more. Dragon, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. In a really impressive class, I started Monica with my medical writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continued to chit-chat as Yui claims to T said. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Why do I feel the next thing that's gonna happen is gonna be okay, they're playing one of my favorite bands and I'm wearing one of their shirts too. Kiss. What can I really fucking say? I know one of the three is what I'm gonna have to deal with. I think it's gonna be Monica on this part, or is it gonna be Yuri or Natsuki? Because I don't know why, but I think hopefully for and I hope I do correctly. It's gonna be with Yuri, because that one I will not fuck up, because she's a real nice person and she actually does remind me of a friend of mine, aka my number one best friend. If you don't know who that is, well, should I try to actually leave a thing down in the description? Yes, yeah, I'm gonna try to actually. So after this episode, I'm gonna always put down a channel of my number one best friend, Riff, her name. And it's just, is it her? Yeah, she already knows who I'm talking about. Because she watches this. Well, she's the only one that watches this kind of series. With that, I departed from the classroom and make my way home. The whole way in my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a Witcher Club? Perhaps I have a chance to grow closer to one of those girls. Alright, I always just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me, and I guess that starts with writing poems tonight. You have a lot of special poem. Would you write to Wahidi? What the fuck? Uh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because you tell your rice, so if you work, you will holler if you don't let go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh my god. You know what? Fuck, I'm just gonna put yes. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Blood? Today, I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how everyone feels now. I am supposed to be the responsible one, though. So I don't think I'll be doing it again, unless if I decide to kill myself. I left the mantle of occasion below. Wait a minute. I think I might know who that is. Why do I feel this one's gonna be about Yuri? Massacre. Lost. Misfortune. I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to get Yuri, so that means it's a huge possibility, because usually it's like a three-way of it if you get a chance to get it one of the three, but now this has been cut down to two. Okay. And what if this poem is gonna be about Yuri? I think. Yeah, it was, because I got a Yuri for most. Hi again, Owl Dragon. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I always keep my word. I'm back after Lecture Club. Fuck, I seriously need proper recording equipment for this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go on for another 5 minutes. Let's see. Well, I'm back at the Witcher Club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping me. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dragon. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a comedian for you. Making you dive headfirst into Witcher when you're not accustomed to it. What the fuck? Okay, yep. I understand why Gabby wished me to luck. Oh, come on. Why you deserve any swag? You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you planned just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay, thank you for being on top of a fucking conversation so I couldn't read. Mitsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is for sure. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Hell Dragon. Well, we'll make sure to play your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean like that. If you didn't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. I know, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you and get started on something you might like. He reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is, this is how, this is, how is this girl SRA being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I will definitely read this. And especially take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everything's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Your face is already buried into a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression when she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of a cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she went to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, girl. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes met for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm under the decision I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably would have noticed him in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so That's the book that you gave me, right? Hmm. I wanted to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Uh, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something very obvious here. The years isn't telling me yet, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, let me give a corner of a book. The book is titled Portrait of Makarov. There's a ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. The people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the factory gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing? I'm joking. No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just this kind of story is the kind that challenged you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Okay, you know what, trainers, that'll be all for this episode, and and when I say that Yuri reminds me of a friend, guys, at times she can be actually very shy anyway. Well, like I said, anyway. But yeah, I can't really blame her because I'm actually am fucking shy half the time. Fuck. Damn it. I shouldn't be fucking drinking Coke anyways. But yeah, trainers. In the description below, I will be putting in the description of a friend I'm talking about that's practically my number one best friend. Which will make sense because I did say her, like, I shouted her out a few times, I believe so. And, in my later videos, like, back then, during Thundercastle, well, Thundercastle is still a thing, though. Back in around the third episode of Thundercastle, I don't know. Well, trainers, I will see you later. See ya.